Hi guys, 'tis I. Finally got around to filming this stupid video. If you saw the haul video, I've been waiting on some silver clay because I only had a little scrap left and I couldn't stretch it to do what I wanted, but I did a little sample yesterday. I just wanted to see how this rubber stamp would work. I haven't actually buffed this, believe it or not. I've just gone over with my nail files. That's the sheen I've got on it. It's just lovely stuff. Yeah, so I just made this little pendant yesterday because I wanted to test this. It's a Tim Holtz Ranger stamp, and I didn't know if it would be deep enough, but it's plenty deep enough, as you can see. So yeah, we're going to do the silver version of one of these. I'm going to do a circular one. I am going to put a black outline around it, but I just thought I'd now I've had a bit of a practice, I'll try and do a better one, just so I can get the because it's quite fiddly, that, guys. I won't lie to you, it is a bit fiddly, and with my hands it's even more fiddly, but I will persevere and make another one, a better one. So you're going to need some silver clay, some black clay. I've just got my Cernit, a new block of Cernit. I'm going to be using Cernit Metallic in silver, and I'm just going to use a circular cutter, probably about this size. I'll back it on black again as I did with this one, and I will use some black to make the tree of life, but hopefully it goes a bit better now I've had a run through. I'm not sure how many of these I will make in the future. If anybody asks me to make one, I might do, but I don't think I will make some to sell or anything. They are a bit too fiddly and time consuming, but fun, and that's why I do this. You know, I just like having a play around and trying different daft ideas that come into my head, and generally they work. So yeah, I'll go and get some clay conditioned, get my cutters and stuff out, and we'll do a nice circular one. I'm not going to door mix, it'll be a bit too awkward, I think. So I'll just do a nice flat circular piece, and then we can put the tree on. Right guys, I'll go and get some of this ready and I'll see you in a sec. Okay guys, I've got my silver ready. I've put my black just ready over there. And these are the two cutters I'm going to use, just so I can get a nice border around the outside. So there's plenty there for this piece. And I'll just dust my stamp with a little bit of talc, just to make sure it doesn't stick as usual. And back the excess off. There we go. Make sure I've nothing on my hands. And I'm just going to pop this. I really like this swirly bit here, so I'm going to pop it on there and just gently press it in so that I know it's picking up the pattern. This is on a 0, by the way, guys. I'll just get my roller and give it a little roll. I'll do this mainly to try and get this back flat, or flat-ish. Then I know it's going to adhere to the backing well. And I am going to put it on a bit of, oh, there we go. No, I'm not going to put it on a bit of paper. And there's our pattern. And as you can see, that stamp, although it is reasonably deep, but sometimes you don't get a good pattern, do you? on with some stamps, so I just thought I'd give this one a go, and obviously it works perfectly. There's me shape that I want, so I will trim some of this excess off just to make it easier for me while I'm trimming. Again, it's not the easiest thing I find to do with my hands, so if I can make it easier for myself, I try and do that. Let's get my flexi blade. I'll just give this a wipe, guys, because it's a bit gunky. I didn't clean it from yesterday. There we go. Wipe that talc up while I'm at it. Right, let's get this trimmed. Go too quiet, don't I, when I'm doing this, because I have to concentrate. Then I don't skim too much. Oh, that's a bit deep. I've not actually tried doing the, is it satin slice? Is that what it's called? I've not tried that yet, because it just seems like it's a bit fiddly. And I'm not too good with fiddly sometimes. Just got this bit here that I can't quite get. I'll do it that way. Ooh, that was a bit deep. I have to avoid that bit. Just get these crumbs off. A little bit there. Right, I think that will do. I'll just get these bits up. And I'll give this a burnish. Where's my little... There it is. There we go. Perfect. Right, let's get this cut out. Okay, I've got bits of silver stuck to me to scrape it off. Oh, there's a bit there that's not burnished well enough. I can see just there. That's fine. Right, let's go in with this cutter. And I'll just give it a twist to try and smooth that bump out that you get. That's really thin. Let's get it picked up. Just wipe those crumbs off, guys. There's not too many with it being a metal cutter, but it'll save doing it later. Right, I'll just pop this down, and I'm just going to use the edge of my blade just to smooth that bump a little bit. Come on. Use my nail. It's got a little bit of a bump on that edge where the cutter touched it. There. Right, I'll pop this in. 20 minutes should be fine. It's only a thin piece. and that'll be the basis for our pendant. And then we'll come back, we'll edge it, of course, with the black and put it on a black base, and then we'll do the extruding. See you in a minute when this is done. Hi guys, it's out the oven. I'm just going to give it a quick sand and give it a blast with my Dremel to get it super shiny, and I'll come back when I've done that. See you in a minute. Hi guys, I've just give it a nice sheen. Looks lovely. There's a little scratch on it actually, but you can't really see it. Right, let's get this sorted out. So I'm just going to cut, no I'm not, I'm just going to cut the centre out. Let's just put that to one side a second, and I'll just put a bit of liquid clay on the back to help it stick. Not a great deal, and it doesn't really have any issue with bonding, I've noticed, but I like to be on the safe side. And I'm just going to pop that down there and just give it a little press to make sure it's bedded. Wipe my hands, and then we'll put this over, and I'm just gonna, oh, seem to have caught a bit of silver or something there. I'll just wipe that off, guys. There must be a bit of silver off the cutter, and it is a little it's obviously shrunk a bit in the doodah. So I think what I'll do is I'll just line it up, and I'll just cut a little where's my craft knife? I'm just going to cut a little nick in it. Do too much. Get that excess out, and hopefully that'll close it. Just needs a little bit more. There we go, that's better. It's a better fit. I'll just make sure it's all pushed in up to the edges. That up and place it back. There we go. And then I'll just put a piece of paper over and just burnish that line. It might be better if I did it with a tool. Where is it? I'm not putting any pressure on, I'm just rubbing it. Let's try and get it to go together. There we go. And I'm just going to rub my finger around the outside just to get any fingerprints off. And make sure that that's stuck down nicely. looks a bit weird. Just there. That's better. Right, so we've got it inset. And then we can do our bits with the extruder. Just get this ready, guys. I'm just using the small hold one again, and I'll just use this scrap of black. Oh, it's got a bit crumbly while it's been sat here. Just soften it up in my hands. And that should be plenty. Let's just get rid of some of these crumbs, then I don't pick them up. Should be enough. I'm just going to separate these out. Two, I think, did we do 9 on the last one? Can't remember. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll just put these other bits to one side in case we need to add a little bit. Try and get them all the same length, or there or thereabouts. I'm just going to push them together and pick, oh, if I can pick them up. Drop one. Just give that middle bit a little bit of a twist to start the tree off. Now then, I've still got a little bit of a line there, so I think I'll make sure that my tree comes over that line a bit. I'm just going to twist this a little bit more because they've come unbunched. And again, just try and separate them a little bit. Just so they're easier to work with. There we go. And I'm going to use, this one as a bit of a reference. So let's get these twisted so that they look like the root. Trying to untangle them a little bit. There we go. Give these a twist and have that curling over there a bit. And then I'll just separate these into 2. And do the same, just give them a bit of a curl so it makes it a bit gnarly looking for the roots. There, that'll do for my roots. And I'm just going to turn it around, guys, and I can do my branches. So let's see, that one and I'm just trying to get these untangled ready for twisting. For the branches, just give them a twirl, get that one tucked underneath. We'll bring that one off like that. Get this back one going. And on this one, I'm not going to worry about separating the ends too much. I'm just going to add a bit. I think that's easier to do. Let's just get this third one twisted. Oh, doesn't want to twist. And do that one like that. Sit, 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 sit. There we go. Now I'm just going to trim these little bits off, then they don't get in the way. And use some of them to add branches. Let's turn it round, then I can visualise it better. So I think I'll have one going up there. Let's just give it a twirl, get it to stick. Maybe add a bit to this one. And give it a twirl, if I can get it to stick, that is. Give it a twirl and stick. A little bit on this one. Just give it a twirl. Oh, it doesn't want to twirl, in fact it's just broke. It come off. I'm just going to tuck that in there, guys, because it's broken off. Let's get a fresh bit. Stick this to that branch. Oh, and that broke off as well. There we go. Looks better when it's just a bit busier, doesn't it, if that makes sense. Get that one to cross that one. And just get a little bit going on over here as well. And maybe just a little bit down here. And a little bit more up here. See if I can get this one to branch off. There we go. And I think, guys, that, or maybe a bit more there. Just trying to get a little bit more texture into some of the blanker areas. There. Right, I think I'm happy with that. Let's get these bits out of the way. And I'm just going to use my craft knife and just lift that one over that one. Make sure that end's tucked in so there's no weird bits going on. And it all looks joined. There. I think that'll do it, guys. I'm going to just get my craft knife. There was just a little bit of silver stuck there. It's annoying me. Just use this smoothing tool to smooth that bit out a bit. Can't get the nail in to smooth it. I'm sure I could catch it with my Dremel. Right, let's get the outside cut. Now, if I'm clever with this seam, I can get it to hide a bit. I'm just going to have to pull it a little bit closer to me, guys, while I make sure I've got it relatively central over me. Over me circle, over me circle. I think that'll do it. There, right, here goes. Right, let's get this excess away. Done it again. At least that baked bit will help to push it out. There we go. Now, I'm not gonna faff about with it because I don't want to disturb anything. I'm just gonna round those cut edges with my finger and just smooth the edges of the disc itself with my finger, just to make sure everything's stuck down nicely. Yep, I'm happy with that. Right, guys, I'll pop this in the oven. I'm going to just do 15 minutes again because I want to put a bail on the back. Yeah, I'll pop this in for 15 minutes and then we'll come back and put the bail on the back, and then we'll do some maybe a bit of buffing to just tidy some of these edges up. This bit here is bugging me. It's got a bit of a divot on it. Just trying to smooth that divot out with this tool. Yeah, that's better. Right, I'll pop this in, guys. 15 minutes. Oh, let me just sort that lump out there. 15 minutes, so it's that little bit where the cutter leaves a mark. It really bugs me. There. Right, I'll pop this in for 15 minutes and, oh, actually, I'm just going to put another little bit here because I just feel like it needs a bit of something. Let me just twist it. There was just a gap there I weren't keen on. There. Okie dokie, I'll go and pop this in and I'll see you in a minute. Hi guys, right, I'm out the oven, all lovely and bonny. I've changed my mind about this one. I'm going to turn it into a brooch. I've got a friend who loves unusual brooches, So I was just digging around for some findings, and I thought, do you know what? There's a bit of silver there. That's got caught. Let's just see if I can give it a wipe off. I might have to fix that, guys. Yeah, while I'm chatting, let's fix it. Where's my black? I'm just going to use a bit of Sculpey liquid. I'll put a little dollop on my desk, and I'll just grab one of my nice brushes, and I'm just going to paint over that little area there where the silver is caught and that funny little divot is. And that should sort itself out in the oven. Let's see if I can get a little blob of it in there without... There, that should be okay now. There, I've fixed it. Right, sorry, it was really bugging me. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is put a brooch back on instead. I've got loads of these cheap as chips, aren't they? So I'm just going to cut a little rectangle out and use that on the back. Let's just smooth them edges off. I'll be careful now not to smudge, and I'll make sure I get it. Although I don't suppose it matters, does it? Yeah, so I'm just going to put my brooch back there. Where's me? Oh, I could just use this bit, can't I? Just put this down, guys. I'm just going to put a little bit of oh, throwing it around. I'm just going to put a little bit of liquid clay on the back of the brooch back to get it to stick initially. Oh, there we go. Just wipe my fingers. Oh, it'll be everywhere. Yeah, I was just looking through the findings and thought to myself, do you know what? This would make a lovely brooch. Kathryn, my friend, I always make her a bit of jewellery for Christmas. And this year, I didn't. I just bought a little scarf clip thing. So yeah, I think I might give this to my friend. I'm just going to press that down so that it goes through the holes and connects through. And I'll just use my little smoother on the edge, just to get rid of that rough edge, like so. Same on this side. I've seen, I think Katie uses them a lot. Well, she will, won't she? Katie Gordon. She's a dental nurse, isn't she? A hygienist, is it, that she is? Not a job I'd like, especially at the moment. But she uses some of her old tools, doesn't she? And I've seen a few other modelers use them. So I've ordered some off eBay, AliExpress. That's just, I've just put that on, guys. It's not the best. It's not very smooth. Let's give it a smooth. My resolution for this year is to make sure that everything I make has been finished nicely. My husband's just nicked a load of samples because I won't sell them because they're not finished to a standard I like. So my husband's just I've just sanded the backs on a few to tidy them up, and my husband's selling them as just wiping that over because I caught it with my finger. My husband's selling them off. Bless him, because he's said he's fed up of me being too pedantic. So this year I've decided that when I make things on here like this, especially stuff that I might want to reproduce and sell on, I'm going to make the samples as nice as possible. So I'm going to start as I mean to go on and try and make everything nice and neat. That could be a lot neater, but never mind. Karen won't mind. Right, so there we go, guys. I'll pop this back in the oven for that to finish baking. I'll probably do 20 minutes to be on the safe side. Although these things here are perfectly well cooked and they're all stuck down nicely. So I'll just pop this in and get it finished. And then I'll come back and we will... I'm going to play with this now. And we will do the finishing touches. Let's just smooth that out a little bit better. There we go. Not perfect. I know it's not perfect. I should have done a circle really, and I could have stamped my initials in or something, couldn't I? Oh, I'll show you actually. I'll dig them out and I'll show you what I bought. Just so I could stamp my initials in the back of my work. But yeah, right, I'll pop this in the oven and stop babbling. And I'll see you when it's finished. I'm just going to turn it this way and put it on some kitchen roll. And it doesn't get any shiny spots as I normally do. I just scrumple up some kitchen roll like that. And I'll just pop it on in the oven so it's supported and it doesn't get shiny. Right guys, I'll see you when this is cooked. Guys, I'm out the oven, but while I remember, I'll just show you these. I got them off Amazon. They're just a really cheapy plastic stamp set. You get a little ruler that you can slide them into, but I've just stuck them onto one of my little things that I use for resining with a bit of tack stuff, and I've just got my initials, and as you can see I can just just press my initials into the clay if I want to. I just thought I'd show you that while I remembered. Right, back to the brooch, should I say. So there we go. Happy with that bit. Now it's got it's been filled in with a bit of clay. But yeah, there we go. Like I say, very fiddly. Not sure I'd make loads of them. But for something a little bit different, just show you the back. It could have been a bit neater, but there we go. One brooch. Right guys, I've got an idea for the next video, which I'll probably do this afternoon, but you won't see for a couple of days, because I've got a few bits of scrap silver and hematite mixed. So I've had this idea, just using the extruder again, but all will be revealed. So yeah, hope you like that. I might go over this with my Dremel and just give it a soft buff, just to shine it up a bit, but you'll see that in the photos if I do. But there you go guys, one brooch. And there's the other one I made the other day, which to be fair, I prefer that one, if I'm honest. But, you know, run with it, have a go. Noticed a couple of ladies have tagged me. They've had a go and they look really good. And it's so lovely when people tag me when they've done something. It's really nice to see other people's spin on it, or, you know, if they've taken the idea further. So yeah, there we go. Thanks again guys for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.